Hey guys, it's your girl Paula Simmons. Yes, I am back again with another video. Now, I'm gonna ask you to do one thing right now. One thing. And please, please do it. Do it for God's sake. Do it. Please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. I'm gonna wait. Did you do it? I know you did. Yes, I know you did. Thank you so much for subscribing. I have a story to tell you guys. I have a story to tell you guys. This is going to help you. This is going to just brighten up your life. It's going to give you some motivation. Yes, I can feel it already. So last week I was on spring break and a friend of mine came back to visit, and she was also on spring break. And we all decided to go to the bowling alley. Fast forward to the story, we got to the bowling alley. We were bowling, having fun. We were joking on each other. We were all laughing at one another. And we got to the bowling alley. I thought I was going to win. In my mind, I was like, I'm going to win. These people suck. I am going to win. I got this. But knowing I was hungry, that was the cause of me not winning, because I was so hungry. I was hungry. So that was the cause of me not winning. We get to the bowling alley. We're bowling, having fun. And before when we got there was a family that was bowling, and they had a child with them. The child was probably 2 or 3. The child was using this slide, and this slide helps the child. She puts the ball atop of the slide, and then it rolls down by itself. The ball rolls down by itself, and then it goes straight towards the things that are standing up. As we're bowling, and I'm losing like a sucker right now. I'm just like, God, are you gonna... I'm losing bad right now. Bad. I'm losing bad. So as the game is going on, and the family had already left, and the slide was still there. And I'm just like looking at that slide and thinking, I'm just like, I can use you. I said, I can use you, and I'm going to use you. And it was my turn. And I grabbed the slide, and when I put it right in front of the line, I went back and got my ball, and then I put it atop of the slide. And before I did that, my friend and her friends are yelling, "Oh, you cheater! You cheater! This is not gonna work. Why are you cheating? You're not a baby. You're not a child. You're cheating, etc." They yelling and all that stuff. I'm the type of person, I'm always laughing. Like, I'm always laughing. And I'm just laughing. I'm laughing. I'm not giving them any response. And then I took the ball and put it on top of the slide, and then I let it go. And the ball I gave it a little push, and then I let it go. And then after that, the ball went so slow. It was like rolling, 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 rolling. And then it went straight between like the cones. It knocked all of the cones down. I was like, oh my goodness. And I think I got a strike or a spare. I don't know. I got one of them. But the thing is, I got all 5 of the cones. And I was like, what? I said, what the heck? I was even surprised myself. And then after I made it and I got all of the cones, and then my friend and her friends were yelling. They're like, yeah, that's how you do it. I see. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do see. And then I was just thinking to myself, and they're like, oh, but that's still cheating. That doesn't count. And I'm just like, that doesn't count? I said, no. I said, God places things in our life and we have to use them. And I feel like that's an experience that, that just came to my mind. And I'm just thinking to myself, when we want to do something, when we're determined about it and we want to do things, God always places things in our life enable for it to help us. That's only if we are willing to be wise enough and our eyes to be open and we're able to see that God is placing something in our life, no matter if it's an object, if it's a person, the place, the time, the season, no matter what it is, God is always placing something in our life, enable for us to use it and for us to get where we are going. For right now, I feel like I'm always in a position where I'm just like, God, is this for me? Is this for me? And I feel like God is always placing something. God is always showing me, giving me ideas of how I can do something, because God is always willing to help us no matter what. He does not let his kids, perish. He doesn't mean that when you're praying something and you really want it to happen, no matter if you want to start that business, no matter what it is, you have to start by knowing what God is placing in front of you and for you to use it. So if a class is going on, if you want to start that business and there's a class that's like 3 weeks or a month and you want to start that business, go ahead and take that class, especially if the class is free. Now, I don't know about you, but I like free stuff. And especially if I hear something about, hey, this class is free, it fits my time, it fits my schedule, I'm going to take it, because that right there, God is placing a vintage before me and I'm going to use it. So that was the more to the story. But while you're using it and you're trying to get to the top, do not use people to where you're abandoning them. Don't do that. Do not do that. When God has placed someone in your life, a person, and for them to help you, don't use them and then throw them to the side. Because guess what? You never know 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line if you're still going to need that person. And you don't ever know what's going to happen. So God always places things in our life, but we have to be wise enough to know that he is placing something in our life and that we understand that and we are able to use it. So that was the moral to the story, is that God always places things in our life, but we have to be wise enough and intelligent enough to grab that, to grab that blessing, to grab that grace that is just standing right in front of us. Please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share this video for me. Thank you so much for watching.